Welcome to Rising Borno. In this edition of the program, we will showcase the series of activities of the Borno State Governor, Professor Babagana Zulum's transformation and development agenda for the people of Borno State. I'm Sagir Ibrahim. Governor Zulum has approved 1 billion naira for the training of basic level teachers across the 27 local council of Borno State. The declaration was made during the inauguration of local government education secretaries and allocation of 58 Hilux trucks and cars in Maiduguri, the state capital. He revealed that more than 1,000 O-level teachers will participate in the training. While recounting the destructions on educational facilities by Boko Haram terrorists across the state, which worsened the number of out-of-school children, he noted that his administration's progress over the years reduced the alarming statistic from 2 million to 850,000 children. He charged the new education secretaries to be diligent, warning that underperformance will not be condoned.
Education has been a paramount focus of my administration. I'm actively aware that the crisis plaguing our dear state are in fact the consequences of inadequate education. Initially, our efforts were directed towards rebuilding our devastated school infrastructure to provide access to the over 2 million out-of-school children in our state. I'm grateful that by the grace of Allah, the number of out-of-school children in Borno State has decreased from over 2 million children to less than 800,000. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2020, this administration conducted a comprehensive needs assessment in education, health and water supply. This assessment revealed significant deficiencies in the competency of teachers, particularly at the basic level, largely due to indiscriminate replacement of retired teachers. Consequently, the competency test was administered to all basic level teachers in 2021, revealing that less than 40% met the required standards. To address this in 2023, I approved the recruitment of 4,000 teachers and the training of over 7,000 teachers identified as trainable by the test. I'm confident that this initiative will significantly bolster the number of qualified teachers in our schools. Now that we focus towards establishing a robust school supervision mechanism, I directed the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology and Innovation to advertise openings for the position of local education secretaries across the state. This is in line with the amended Borno State 2005 compulsory basic education law, which grants political status to the office and provides better incentives, thereby facilitating effective school supervision. Furthermore, addressing the logistical deficiencies faced by education secretaries is imperative. Consequently, the Borno State government has procured 28 brand new Toyota Hilux double-cabin four-wheel vehicle pickup trucks through our Vesta program, and 30 Volkswagen truck wagons to be allocated to respective local government education authorities to enhance their mobility. These vehicles are designated for official use only and must be operated by authorized drivers at all times. Additionally, a monthly interest of 500,000 naira will be disbursed for the day-to-day running of the office to each education secretary on a monthly basis. I must emphasize that with great privilege comes great responsibility. Therefore, I have directed the Honorable Commissioner of Education, Science, Technology and Innovation to furnish me with quarterly reports on the performance of each education secretary. Those failing to meet expectations will be replaced. I also want to bring to your kind notice that The Education Secretary will be placed on a consolidated federal structure equivalent to that of permanent secretaries. And therefore, as I earlier said, there is a need for you to double your efforts with a view to repositioning the education sector and the respective local government areas. Failure to do so will mean it means we shall not hesitate to do it immediately. Let me use this opportunity to commend the Delta Coordinator, Dr. Kulima, and his team for the efforts that they have been making towards repositioning the basic education sector and the state. I also want to commend the effort of the chairman of SUDEC and indeed the newly appointed permanent secretary of SUDEC, who is doing very well. We shall continue to support the Universal Basic Education Board so that they will live up to their expectations. I'm listening attentively to the request that has been made by the Honorable Commissioner, and I want to convey my approval through the Secretary of the State Government for the training of 1,000 teachers who have O-level certificates at due, College of Education due, and also training of 2,000 teachers who hitherto do not qualify to teach at the primary school level to be trained at College of Education Bama as well as Waka, respectively. This effect, sum of 1 billion naira will be set aside to train the teachers. Furthermore, all those that were further screened based on additional competency tests that were done by the ministry should also be based on their appropriate salary scales. Those that have qualified should be given the opportunity to enjoy the minimum wage.
And inside the Borno State Government House in Maiduguri, Governor Zulum distributed 5,000 bags of food palliatives and also disbursed 225 million naira to the Civilian Joint Task Force and hunters. 4,513 of them got 50 kilograms of rice and 50,000 naira cash each, while 1,000 hunters were given 50 kilograms of rice and 30,000 naira cash each. Governor Zulum appreciated their sacrifices in ensuring peace in the state, assuring support for the paramilitary agents with the needed resources to fight insurgency in the state. I want to appreciate your efforts in complementing the military and other security forces to restore peace in the state. I assure you that your welfare is a top priority for me. The governor was also in his hometown of Mafa local government and distributed food palliatives to more than 30,000 households. The governor stated that the palliatives is to cushion the effects of hardship and support the Ramadan fast. He appreciated the federal government and the Northeast Development Commission, the NEDC, for the humanitarian support it provided to complement the efforts of the state government. He added that his government will strengthen the resilience of resettled communities to engage in agricultural activities as it plans to stop distributing food palliatives in the next 2 years.
So far, so good. 15,000 male heads of household have received
palliatives from the government of Borno State. Each person has collected 25 kg bag of rice, 25 kg bag of maize, and 10 kg bag of sugar and 10,000 naira. While the women beneficiaries are 15,000. Each collected a rafa, 5,000 naira, and spaghetti, a carton of spaghetti. I want to acknowledge the receipt of 15,000 cartons of spaghetti from the Northeast Development Commission, and I want to commend the efforts of the federal government in complementing the efforts of the state government. So far so good. This is the quantum of food and non-food items that were distributed in Mafa. Apart from the outbreak of fire incidences in the camps, I think it's not sustainable for the government to distribute food and non-food items to the IDPs. There is a need for us to strengthen the resilience of the community, and therefore, there is peace now in Borno State, especially in Mafa. There is imagined peace. So people should be encouraged to go to their farmlands, cultivate their farmlands, and then there is need for us to stop distribution of food items in the next few years, 1 or 2 years. And then the outbreak of fire is also something that is worrisome. We went to the extent that some IDPs, deliberately used to set their houses into houses ablaze, so that they are trying to, get government attention, and they receive some support. Nigerians are so wicked, so we cannot continue. So government will do everything possible to resettle the IDPs, and then those that are within the IDPs shall be resettled, and then those opportunities will be given for them to cultivate their agricultural land.
Now we're in time of Ramadan period. People, they need this kind of things, and His Excellency is trying his best. He's touring the local government here and there. Even the last week, he distributed in Maiduguri Metropolitan and Jere. If you see the caliber of people that they are suffering and they are laughing when they are receiving this kind of gift, we really pity them, and we really appreciate the Excellency, and we appreciate His Royal Highness for the support on the prayers that they given to the Borno State and entirely Nigeria. So we really appreciate His Excellency Governor, and we really appreciate for all his cabinet for this support and doing for our people.
And on infrastructural development, the governor flagged off the construction of Maiduguri's third flyover at the West End roundabout area. The flyover, which will span a length of 472 meters, is expected to be completed in 1 year. While cutting the tape, Governor Zulum said the construction is part of his campaign promises to urbanize and upgrade the capital city by reducing traffic congestion and road accidents while creating jobs for Borno youths. He also assured to complete all projects in the state before the end of his tenure, and revealed that about 4 billion naira has been paid for the project, warning that no variation will be allowed.
This flyover, the contract was signed last week with EEC Nigeria Limited, and our consultant is Ankabut Nigeria Limited. Your Excellency, the flyover has a span length of 472 meters, like close to half a kilometer. It has 3 spans, and as you can see, Your Excellency, it runs from Sakash, and we have a roundabout at the center which has a radius of 30 meters. Let's have a clear view of the 3D. This is Your Excellency. Yes, sir. So it runs from Sakashi Way from west to east to Sakashi Way. So from here to here is 402, 4 times 2, here is 4 times 2, making 464 meters, close to a half of kilometer. This is the structural drawing, Your Excellency, as you can see. The length of the bridge is going to be about 5.5 meters. So, inshallah, if this work is going to be completed in 1 year, it is going to create more jobs. The town will look more aesthetic, and at the same time, Your Excellency will reduce traffic congestion in this area. Also, reduce accident. Your Excellency, may I at this juncture invite you to plug up this gigantic project to Your Excellency.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In fulfillment of our electioneering campaign promises to ensure urban renewal of some major cities in Borno State, especially Maiduguri Metropolitan Council, Government of Borno State is serious of uplifting and upgrading the facilities within Metropolitan Council. We have done 2 flyovers. This one will be the 3rd flyover. And inshallah, before we leave office, we shall ensure the completion of all those structures that we intend to do. This flyover that we are doing is not only for aesthetic consideration, but the most important thing is to reduce vehicular congestion around this area. If you can notice, within Metropolitan Council, custom roundabout was one of the busiest roundabout before then. But you can look at custom now. No more vehicular congestion at custom roundabout. The second most busiest place is the Borno Express Junction. And then now we have addressed the issue of congestion at Borno Express Junction. The another one is this place, and then inshallah we shall see how we shall also introduce some measures to completely eradicate or reduce congestion at post office before the end of my tenure, inshallah. And this construction work here will also create thousands of job opportunities to our teeming youths within Metropolitan Council. On this note, let me, on behalf of the government of Borno State, plug off the construction of the flyover at Western Roundabout to the glory of people of Borno State. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. 50% of the sum of this contract was paid. Close to about 4 billion was paid. And there is a clause in the contractual agreement that there will be no variation. And I have committed resources, set aside the resources to complete this project. So once the certificates are ready, we will pay you. No more variation, but you have to do the work on time according to the specification. So I believe this will bring a lot of succor to the people of Borno State. Assalamu alaikum.
Still in the news, Governor Babagana Zulum has revealed that Borno State in the near future will export sesame cash crops as well as maize, cassava and other food produce. He disclosed this during a visit to Koiri Irrigation Farm along Maiduguri-Magomeri Road. He noted that his administration is working to ensure food sufficiency and invest in irrigation agriculture with a plan to expand the farm to 300 hectares, 100 hectares to be cultivated in each of the senatorial zones. He revealed that the Koiri irrigation scheme aims to cultivate over 1,092 tons of maize and other crops annually. He added that the Koiri scheme of 20 hectares, which is the pilot project, aims to produce 364 tons of maize and sesame in one crop cycle.
Salinity nature of our water in this part of the country. But he said so because he said, they installed pump, and then he also did mention that they will use chlorine in order to, flush or settle the salt. So I think this is something that we shall look into. I don't have any problem. You have to study case, you have to review some case studies. I don't need to provide funding to you for you so that you can do it like Israel. I'm doing very well in education. So there's nothing wrong. 2 or 3 or 5 of you can go and come back from Israel. There's nothing wrong. Yes. So I think this is something that we need to replicate.
And also a group called the Accra Initiative has commended Governor Babagana Zulum's effort for ensuring peace in the state through the Borno model, which facilitated the surrender of, get this, more than 160,000 terrorists. The Ghana delegation disclosed this during a courtesy visit to the Deputy Governor of Borno State in Maiduguri, with the aim to study the successes recorded by the Borno model and to adopt it to prevent spillover of terrorism from the Sahel and to address transnational organized crimes and violent extremism in member countries' border areas. The Deputy Governor of Borno State, Usman Kadafur, explained to them that the model, which comprises demobilization, de-radicalization, rehabilitation, reconciliation and also reintegration, has brought relative peace across the state and facilitated the return of displaced persons to their ancestral homes, adding that the state government will continue to consolidate its successes to bring lasting peace to the state.
Let me begin by welcoming you on behalf of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, Engineer Professor Babagana Zulum, to Borno State. Mr. Chairman of the delegation, you have mentioned all what we have went through and the achievements so far on this non-kinetic approaches towards the Borno model. And I want to congratulate the Ghana initiative, for coming on this study tour, because it shows that you are ready to learn from your neighbors. We have our own problems, but it differs. But I believe even before we, reach to this stage, the Borno model, we have traveled to on the study tours to a lot of places. Countries such as Colombia, we've been in Kigali, Rwanda, and Accra too. So it's a journey that began for longer, and we've studied a lot of places too. And under the leadership of the governor of the state, Professor Babagana Zulum, we came up with the Borno model, and I'm so happy that the federal government has keyed in and given Borno State the lead with the Borno State model. You've said that so far, so good. We have, received more than 160,000 ex-combatants who have passed through the Operation Safe Corridor and the DDR program in the state, which is now the Borno model. I believe this study tour will give you first-hand information and what we've been doing here in Borno State. And I believe if you adopt it, it will help in sorting a lot of problems that have been, disturbing the people of the Ghana initiative. The Borno model, it's not an easy issue. We've been with you, the Fusion Cell, the Intermediate, some of the federal government agencies, Operation Safe Corridor. We've worked with them, we've collaborated with them. And even today, I think, at the Hajj camp, we have some people that pass out through this Operation Safe Corridor. They're handed over to your barracks. So I think I don't need to talk too much. I'll just welcome you. And I have a very competent team who will be obliged, to take you around, see our facilities, and also after you've engaged with them, I think we'll have a close session with you people so that we can discuss further. So thank you so much for the visit, and I wish you a happy stay.
Thank you very much. And I want to express our gratitude to the governor of Borno State for accepting to receive this high-powered delegation of the Accra Initiative. which comprises several countries of the sub-region. We are about 7 countries that have been trying to put our heads together and see how we can address the issues of violent extremism and terrorism in our sub-region. We have the tendency across the sub-region to use the kinetic approach in resolving these issues of insurgency. But we see that what you are doing here, the non-kinetic approach, is very, very valuable and it is complementary to the efforts. So we have come here. We have not yet embarked seriously on the kinetic approach. We are on preventive aspects, and other areas are already on the non-kinetic approach, particularly our partners in the Sahel, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. The coastal states, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, and Benin are all in the preventive stage. So we want to use what you are learning now, what you are doing right now, to reinforce our efforts, because it is better for us to learn and preempt some of the things that instead of going through the full cycle. So we are most grateful that we are here. We are proud of what we are doing here. And we hope that by the time we go back, we'll be able to inculcate these steps in the methods in which we are addressing insurgency.
And that wraps up Rise in Borno for this week. See you again next week. I'm Sagir Ibrahim. Thank you for watching.